Hi guys, welcome back. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you another problem that you might come across, and is that when you try to drag your pattern tile to your swatches panel, it doesn't actually work. So it doesn't give you an error message, it doesn't tell you anything, it just bounces back and you're like, so what's going on? This normally happens because one of your motifs is actually colored, filled, or as a stroke, which is not a solid color but is a pattern. So if I select this and go to Object, Pattern, and Make, it will give you this error message. It says patterns cannot contain anything painted with a pattern. So if you see that your tiles won't stick to the swatches panel, try this. Try to make a pattern from object and pattern, and you will get that error message, and it means that one of your motifs is not quite right. Now this is a difficult situation because if you have a complex pattern, it might be quite tricky to find what's the problem, which one of the motif is giving you this problem. In this case, I know which one it is because I prepared it for this lesson, and this little leaf here. And if you look at the color panel here, it will tell you that the fill is actually a pattern. You can see it. It's not a solid color. So one way to maybe find this, I mean, you could try and have a look at the layers panel, look at each little square here, but it's still, I think, still quite difficult to find this way. If you don't have a pattern that is too complex, you could try and click on each single motif and look at the color here, the little squares for the fill, and some of them, depending on how you color this, will give you this like a question mark. Some of them will show you the color. So, and then eventually you will click on the one that it shows you a pattern, and then you can just recolor it, and now it should be working. That's it. So if I draw a rectangle here and fill it, it's fine, it's worked, the tile is there. But yes, there are no, unfortunately, easy ways to find out what the problem is in this case. I mean, you might have to even redo the entire pattern tile just to find out what the problem is, depending on the complexity of your pattern. But this is the one way I can advise you, if you don't have too many motifs, just to click on each single motif and see and look at the little squares there and see which one appears to have a pattern in it. And this is because Illustrator will never let you do a pattern within a pattern, so it will never let you actually put something with a pattern in it inside another pattern. It just doesn't allow you to do that. Okay, so we can move on to the next lesson and next problem.